play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. Kill.
Breeze now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He's got Smith here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. It's caught, Smith. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. They can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Get it.
Block now on first down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Ready, ready. 30 base. Check, 1 second. It's a party now. It's a party now. Ready, ready.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it for mine. Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Second down and goal. Lock. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it with Janovich. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Janovich, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
You ready? Mike, 45. Watch twist.
On second down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. That's caught. It's Thomas. 23 yards on the play.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
General West.
Running right, this is Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On first down, Lock. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 10 more there and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Janovich with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. But he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Breeze now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Check, 47. Here we go,
They'll run with Lindsey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
50, plant.
One more time with Lindsey. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
That's it. Big hit.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Go. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's Locke, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. They're on the 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
22-jet bombers, 22-jet 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. To throw it is Locke. This is caught. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Janovich on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Go, go, go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Blocked now on 3rd and goal. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's get it. Check. Topper. Clear. Shoot.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go. Set. 50. Slant. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Twist on travel. Set. Go.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
91. 6-6, bullet high.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing on first down is Lock. They complete it to Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Lock again. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Lock now to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Double dog, that's the way.
Breeze now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it. You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gator. 47. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Ready to go. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. I'm coming out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
You got it.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down, Broncos.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Watch the run. Watch the run. 85.
Block now on first down. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
50 play.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Get it.
And then turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Janovich with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Broncos 45, Saints 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And 2 subs.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
They'll try to draw Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll go again with Lindsey, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll run here with Lindsey, and they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The kick by McManus is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stay with your man.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going with Lindsey. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back.
Ready. Check. Pick it up. Pick it up. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now Breeze lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance